How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you are doing well. In this video, let's talk about a few of my favorite buff skills in the game. Now, these could be spells, these can be auto skills, these can just be skills, but these are a few of the buffs that are mainly tied to spells or skills that I think are some of the best in the game, and ones that if you're going to play these classes specifically, you might want to run them. So I talked about the wizard and how they kind of are outclassed by the warlock and other spellcasters. Once you get to end game, I've used wizards and enchantress throughout most of the game. I had both of them in my party the majority of the time. I think they are still a solid class. No class has ever been useless. But by the time you get to Chapter 3, Chapter 4, especially in-game, you have warlocks, you're going to have necromancers, liches, you're going to have all kinds of different spellcasters. And I just think they can be replaced rather easily. But the one thing that they cannot be replaced is their unique skill that's only to them, the Conserve RT spell, auto skill, where reduce RT of next spell cast to 0, which is super good. You're going to be, so the reason why this is super good, for those of you that don't know, RT, recovery time, is so important in the game, and it does kind of have a diminishing return to a certain degree if you really bloat it up really high, but basically you're going to act before other enemy units. Occasionally you can get an extra turn, I guess, technically. It's hard to really, I don't know, I've done some tests. I'll have to look into it more. I don't want to say no, but maybe you guys have had extra turns because of it. Like, literally you can see it on the bar down below in the turn order. But Conserve RT is going to make it so the next spell you cast costs 0, which is huge, because if your wizard's up, this procs, you cast a spell, his turn's going to come around even sooner, especially more so compared to your friendly units, and then obviously ahead of the enemy as well. Very handy to have, and you can't go wrong with it, and you should run it on him, because it is unique to him, or her, the enchantress. Then, we have the Rune Fencer, which, There's gonna be a whole video dedicated to Rune Fencer. I don't wanna spoil nothing. There's gonna be a whole video, and I am gonna literally tell you every single reason why this is the best class in the game. Okay, so just be prepared. But we have Conserve MP, which is super useful auto skill, one of the best, and I want to say it's exclusive to Rune Fencer. Now I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty darn sure. Maybe one more class gets it. But anyway. Next MP, 0. So it's like Conserve RT, but it's Conserve MP. Now imagine if you had Conserve MP on a wizard or something. Well, we can cast spells with this bad boy. So if we get Reduce MP to 0, MP cost to 0, we can heal, we can attack, and we can boon. Which leads me to my next thing, Boon of Swiftness. This is going to be one of the first RT skills you get, RT spells that you get in the game. You'll be able to get it as early as Chapter 1, I'm pretty sure. And it might not seem like much. You quicken the target, but it is. It is. You will notice for sure, especially on slower units like Knights or Terror Knights or other slower units that I can't think of. You will for sure see it if you're trying to recruit something or use a Beast Tamer. Use Boon of Swiftness on that unit so their turn comes around faster so you can get more attempts. I have a whole guide showing how to recruit, make it a little bit easier. You got to spam the chariot card, reset, rewind, but hey, Boon of Swiftness, really solid. I still use it, and I still think it's good. Now we're going to get into the one that I think is the best of the best, and that's on my White Knight boys, and I believe there's only a total of 4 White Knights in the game you can get. Myrddin and Gildis are on the law route. If you do neutral, I think you get one of these. And if you do chaos, I don't think you get either. I could be wrong. I haven't done all the routes. I've been so preoccupied with so many games, guys, you don't even know. I've been playing Pokemon. I've been playing Dwarf Fortress. I've been playing Front Mission First Remake. This is nuts. I've never played so many games in winter, and I still love this game. And I just don't have enough time in a day to play all of them. Anyway, enough about that. So, what makes the White Knight skill so great? Velocity Shift. Now, Velocity Shift is another one, another RT. In case you've noticed, all of these, except for one that I've talked about, have been recovery time and based. Now, reduce the RT of friendly units within 2 tiles by 35. So, your White Knight's going to be on the front line, okay? You may have more than one. I sometimes bring them both. Sometimes I only bring one. You're going to have a Terror Knight up there. You're probably going to have your Denim up there. You're probably going to have a Dragoon or a Ninja or a Berserker or any other kind of melee unit's going to be there. I generally have about 4 or 5 units on the front line, and they're all, like I like to call it, a mosh pit. They're all within 2 to 3 squares of each other, and the enemy's in there too. So when this velocity shift procs, it's a 2-tile radius around my character. That's a pretty big radius. And there's usually at least 2 or 3 friendly units in that, and it does count for the actual knight too. And that's a huge decrease in time. And if you have 2 of them, it's even better. And I think velocity shift is one of the best, if not the best, RT reduction skills in the game, because it's an AoE. And what more is there to say? I think it's great. And I think people sleep on RT. Like, maybe not you veterans. This isn't titled to you veterans that are been playing since the OG PS1 days. I never did play PS1. I know. It's sad. I only played the PSP. But we're not talking about you OG pros. I think a lot of newer players and a lot of people that are just kind of, chilling with the game. They're not super serious, and, maybe they are new too. They sleep on the recovery time aspect of the game. There are quite a few skills that utilize it, and quite a few that just really it makes your game. If you are struggling in battles or you're having like problems with units being slow, look into getting spells or auto skills or skills that reduce recovery time, because that gives you way more turns in the end technically, and your turn comes around faster, especially for slower units. So I just wanted to go over a few skills, a few buff skills that I think are super helpful, super good. Those are my 4. Let's go over them again, just for those that maybe forgot. We got Velocity Shift, which is great. It's on the White Knight, exclusive to the White Knight. And then my good old Rune Fencers have Consume MP, which is... Did I say Consume? Conserve MP, which is also super awesome, super good auto skill. It isn't actually recovery turn based. Then we got Boon of Swiftness, which a few, everybody likes to talk about the Cleric. Oh yeah, Cleric has Boon of Swiftness. Yep, that's why I run my Cleric. I boon and heal. You know what? I can boon and heal with a Rune Fencer too. There you go, right there. So, Boon of Swiftness, super solid. And then finally, we also have our Wizard Boy with Conserve RT. Super good for spellcasting, and when you got to get in ahead of the enemy, try to knock out a guy first before their turn. Great thing to have. Super awesome. Just want to thank you guys again. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching the whole video. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. The support that you guys have shown me is amazing. Look forward to many more Tactics Ogre videos to come. I will cover other games on the channel as well. I am like Tactics, Strategy, RPG gaming channel. I focus mainly on those games. So when new games like that come out, I showcase them as well. And maybe you might find something new. If not, if you're here for Tactics Ogre, don't worry. It'll be here for a long time. We got so much more to cover. I've still got so much more to do in the game. I haven't even touched Palace of the Dead. I haven't even touched any endgame. I'm midway through Chapter 4. Or about 75% through Chapter 4, so we'll be getting there. Just don't worry, it'll all be coming, and I look forward to it, and I love all the comments, I love the discussions on this game. Thank you guys. I just throw my opinions out there. Nothing I'm saying is fact. I love talking about the game with you guys. As you can see, I try to respond to every comment, and I just want to have healthy discussions, fun discussions. Let's talk about a game we love together, just share our ideas, share our thoughts. We might learn something. I've discovered plenty of new tricks from you guys, just like some of you say you learn stuff from me, so it's super cool. But I've been rambling enough. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later. Peace, guys.